From these six speakers, we will be getting the debaters that will proceed to Cotabato on December 18 and 19 for the final round of the first annual regional debate and public speaking competition, where they will be debating with college students from Sulu, Basilan teams, as well as Lanao and Maguindanao teams. So again, to debate on the motion that this House believes that the Internet has done more harm than good. And as a reminder, don't read too much from your notes. And after a few minutes, you can ask questions. You look at the judges once in a while to see if you can ask questions. And we request the audience to please, as much as possible, stay silent during the debate. So may I now call on the Prime Minister, Matrina Joy Diaz.
So, good morning, everyone. A value judgment motion is being raised where this House believes that the Internet has done more harm than good. With the said motion, our side, the government, firmly believes that yes, the Internet has done more harm to its user than good on the following aspects: the user's social, personal, and moral values. With this claim, let us cite some instances or situations that would support our arguments. First and foremost, through Internet emerged different online games such as Dota and Kabal. Users are mostly young children from 7 onwards. So in the long run, when they become addicted to this, they lose the interest to study. So when the interest is lost, this leads to absences and cutting classes. So with this happenings, especially in the Philippines, the value of education is weakened because these players are totally engrossed in online playing. So since these users already take their studies for granted, and instead of reviewing their lectures, they spend their time or prefer playing. In relation to that, social media, such as the use of Facebook, Twitter, blogs, or others, is another thing that you can find on the Internet. Just like online games, many are attached to this, especially the teenagers, right? So when they become habituated on updating what they do through posts, tweets, or blogs, they become contented on just sitting around and in front of their computers or other mobile devices than socializing personally. So with these circumstances, ladies and gentlemen, this will result to the isolation of the individual and the user's detachment to the real world, because he or she is already enjoying the perks of the cyber world. So furthermore, the individual will no longer be interested in spending personal quality time with his family and friends. Hence, the value to socialize or having actual face-to-face conversation is declining. Yes, it is declining. So the said situations are just some of the cases where the Internet impairs the social values and practices of the users. Another thing, or moreover, the Internet also serves as the vehicle for the factors that seriously destroys personalities, such as in the cases of national leaders, actors and actresses, and even common citizens whose reputations are greatly ruined through the social media because of a larger scope in terms of audience. Another thing is that having private accounts is being done or possible because of the usage of internet. So lastly, we strongly stand that the internet harms the moral values of its users. In what way? Since one of the most viewed sites in the internet are porn sites, children and the youth having access to this become susceptible and are easily influenced. Being curious and vulnerable in nature, they actuate what we see. And so, the internet has contributed much to the distortion of the moral values of the Filipino youth. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not saying that the internet has totally done no good. There are, but unfortunately, the adverse effects way more. That will be all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a pleasant morning to each and everyone. I am the leader of opposition from the opposition side, and the motion for this morning is that this House believes that the internet has done more harm than good. And our stand for that is not true. The internet has also done more good than harm. Internet was made for the purpose of sharing of information and communication. We are now in 2014. We are not anymore during those ancient times, during maybe 1900s, where the only way to connect with other people to other worlds is by going to that place or by letters which will be received months after the letter was given. So, we are now already in the computer age or computer era. And the internet, the advancement of internet is actually a sign that the country is progressive or civilized. So, the internet has been perhaps the most outstanding innovation in the field of communication in the history of mankind. The government stand is that the internet has done more harm than good. But in every technology that was invented, there are really advantages and disadvantages. And as the years go by, there will be more disadvantages that will emerge. But there are discipline and certain steps to avoid or prevent those crimes that they are saying. So, the Prime Minister of the government mentioned some of the harms that the internet is imposing to us. She talks about identity theft or hacking, but we have the privacy and security settings. We can control our own accounts. Like for example in Facebook, we have the right to choose whether our account will be public or private. Another is obesity, laziness, and sedentary lifestyle. But actually, that problem, it can be solved by the user himself or herself. We should impose control and moderation in everything what we do. Another is for pornography. Pornography happened even before the internet. So this pornography in the internet is actually, it already happened before the internet came to the country. Another is free language. Free language, like she cited an example, like the lifestyle of the celebrities will be publicized, but actually that is part of the freedom of expression. One of my teachers said that freedom is not absolute. If it is not absolute, then please change the definition of freedom in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And the future is where people expect the advancement of the technology and the existence of the internet is actually a sign of progressive and civilized country. We Filipinos share and get information from the media, and among all media, the internet is the most. Yes.
You mentioned our technology advantages earlier.
Tell me, is there any advantage of technology and internet that is remedying the destruction of nature and personalities?
I'm sorry, you're very fast. Can you read?
You mentioned about technology advantages earlier. Tell me, is there any advantage of that technology that you are saying and that the internet at least remedy the destruction in nature and the personality of people?
You're saying that I mentioned some technology, some advantages of that technology, of those technologies. I did not mention advantages of those technologies. What I mentioned is that each technology has disadvantages and advantages, like the internet. Okay. So, now I will mention some of the advantages of the internet. First is faster communication. The internet has been mankind's greatest means of communication. Newer innovations are only making it faster and more reliable. Today, we can initiate real-time communication with someone who is in another part of the world, like what I just cited before. For more personal and interactive communication, it is possible to avail the facilities of video conferencing. Time up. Fellow debaters, panel of educators, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a pleasant morning. Before going on to my arguments, let me first rebut the previous speakers' claims that today we are in a computer era. Yes, we can see it. We are not, let me just remind you and everyone that we, the government side, are not actually condemning the use of internet. We just said, the Prime Minister just conceded that the internet has indeed done good to our society nowadays. However, this good, we would just like to emphasize, this good weighs less than the harm or the detriments that the internet poses to our society actually. Second, on hacking. You said that we can control our accounts. Miss Leader of the Opposition, I'm sorry, but I believe I can contradict your statement in my later argument. Now, moving on, the Prime Minister just outlined to you the 3 points of how the internet actually harms, how actually waste, has actually bring the harm greater than the good on social, personal, and moral aspects. And the internet adverse effects, it weighs more harm. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know and believe that everything in this world indeed has advantages and disadvantages. As what our brilliant Prime Minister said, internet has done good to our lives. However, like what I said earlier, a while ago, the internet has also done harm to us. And regrettably, ladies and gentlemen, the harm that the internet caused or inflicted to the users of it and the whole of society has weighed more than its good. To prove this, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to lay down our 3 main arguments, which are social, personal, and moral, in detail. First, social aspect. How? Impairment of social values. How does this internet impair our social values? Ladies and gentlemen, we are unfortunately losing our values socializing with not just with our fellow people, but also with our families. With the trend of latest social media and websites, we the internet users are gradually losing our capability to mingle with other people. Instead of mingling with other people face to face, we just use the social media to like talk to them and communicate to them because talk and meetings right nowadays are done online, right? I know you believe me. We are currently shifting to using social media and other sites. How? First, our etiquettes are not anymore practiced because most of the talks like what I said a while ago and meetings are done online nowadays. Second, even in our homes, the families are actually gradually separating because each members of the families are only harmed. They're already harmed to their laptops, cell phones, gadgets, and all that, which can be used as means for internet access. They're already harmed to those gadgets. And we can't anymore seem to detach ourselves from the blinding promises that the internet provides us. Second argument, ladies and gentlemen, is the personal. First, there are two other points to this. First, value of education, and secondly, this very important point and very critical point of invasion of privacy. First, value of education. We are not unfamiliar with Google. Ladies and gentlemen, it is regrettable that children nowadays, the youth nowadays, whenever they meet their requirements, they just typically type the entire statement of the assignment to the Google. There are actually movies that are like that. And second, which is the invasion of privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just state that the privacy of human beings is a universal right. With the internet nowadays, unfortunately, this is where I would like to answer your claim on hacking that we can control our accounts. If you're familiar with Mr. Edward Snowden of the National Security Agency, if I'm not mistaken, in the US, he said that all our secrets, messages, chats, and all the rest are actually being under surveillance by this agency. And unfortunately, that only proves that we cannot anymore control our accounts because they have all the technologies through internet to see our secrets. How would you feel, ladies and gentlemen, that our deepest secrets and most hidden stars are actually being corrupted, being seen by those people who are thinking that we can see because we're trusting this internet. And if there is more else, how? Because it is very influential to cyberspace technology. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. I beg to deny some of the arguments of the government's house. First, the Prime Minister a while ago mentioned that the internet can be an image destroying site to the celebrities or public figures. The advent of the Republic Act 10175 or the anti-cybercrime law actually started from a stupid idea of one of the senators as his defense mechanism after the public knew that he plagiarized President John F. Kennedy's words and translated it to Tagalog and claimed it as his own without citing it. Number two, about what the speaker earlier has said, that personal information is available for everyone, including through identity thieves or the police or FBI's. You can actually set privacy settings, or if you don't want anyone to know anything about you at all, don't fill in private information. If you give personal info out without being sure that it will be properly used, then you have yourself to blame. And then I think I'll summarize the social, the moral, and the personal argument. Our answer to that is that in life there is always good and bad. In everything that we do, we just need to do things in moderation. It's not the internet, it's the user. Thank you.
Good morning, I would like to rebut some of the statements which were stated earlier by the speakers of the opposition. The Prime Minister said earlier that through internet there is a faster communication. But as we all know, through internet, faster exposure of evil doings, activities are also faster, right? And the Prime Minister also said that internet is more reliable. Ladies and gentlemen, what about the mistakes, the blasphemous videos, and some of the incorrect documents which were uploaded to the internet? Shall we go with reliable? Of course not. Am I not correct, Mr. Chair? And the Deputy Prime Minister said, don't fill in private information. As far as my observations and experiences are concerned, I have uploaded some of my private information, especially in Facebook, Twitter. Now, if I was only to ask everyone, they will also say yes. Because it is almost unavoidable to upload some of your private information in the internet. Moving on, as far as my knowledge and experience are concerned, majority of the boys, which include kids, teenagers, young men, and even old men, have watched and will always watch porn and other porn. So know that I doubt if none of us, gentlemen, if none of us have never watched porn. Am I not correct? And I think almost every one of us have watched the famous or shall I say the famous popular video of Miley Cyrus. You hit me like a wrecking ball. That's one. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposition team failed to convince us that the internet has done more than harm. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be unwise for us to ignore the fact that internet destroys the social, personal, moral, and psychological foundation of our well-being. It would be unintellectual for us if we can't realize the destruction of internet in our institutions, and it would be ungodly if we continue to blind, fool, and eradicate ourselves to the undeniable truth that the internet has undoubtedly and obviously done more harm than good. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Though the government will rebut aside from the words of their narrative, the government will, as what they said, internet or we are interacting with social media, raw information, porn videos, but remember this, and I ask you this, with government with you, when you are using internet, just to open sexual video or porn videos, just to send a lot of information, we are responsible. That information, then, has the other internet is going to be more advantageous than we have to. With the representation of our leader in the position of deputy abducting, the internet offers people liberties in this generation. These harmful materials, which are distributed on the internet, have been present already found. Have you ever watched pornographic videos? Does it harm you or not? We have translated that is not mining, but after private. I am only using internet just for photographic videos and reels as the user of internet responsible for that video. Then, as if before, when the time that there is no internet, as if for now that you are not available in pirated series, I am right, there's no in pirated series, in DVDs before. Again, don't blame the internet for these matters. Remember, I thought that there is no pusher when there is no addicts. I am right? So this is the list, at least for the benefit of the advantages of internet. First, at least you don't have to write to your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatsoever in bulk of letters and wait for the response for at least, my gosh, weeks. Second, we don't need to have more trees just to produce papers because what? We can use electronics, gadgets, or emails, right? Regarding important files. Thirdly, you don't have to buy that much of loads. That's what we are using today. Just to buy a friend from a very, very far places. I am right? Then internet can even over video calling and conferences. So don't tell me you are not using video calling and conferences for the internet. Then please be entertained and be updated with video clips and news clips posted in the internet. Finally, more are to be offered that can be done using the internet that will help improve the person's life. First, one example is YouTube. If you are 30 people and you want to discover that post your videos on YouTube, there is so many celebrities that discover YouTube. Secondly, when you want to download songs you don't need to buy, just download it free. Third, the CNN, the Al Jazeera, the BBS, the VPN, updating news from different places through internet, I am right. Then secondly, the latest for now is the online shopping. This is the company that offers online shopping, Zalora, Lazada, Wemail, social shopping, IoT, so don't tell me you are not negotiating with that. And then, so when you are playing internet, so don't blame internet because for being it, internet just for being harmful, don't blame it because so the internet for being harmful because the one who uses it is the one who controls it. If you are not controlled by using it, then it is harmful. I am right? Then as what they said, for the wrong information, it is the responsibility of the readers to valuable if what they are reading is accordingly or not to double checking of sources or references. Then the last is educational videos and materials. Yes, pornography is being on internet, but mind you. So thank you. That's all.
Assalamualaikum. This debate was about the internet. If it has done more harm than good. We are in the opposition and our stand is that the internet has done more good than harm. The government concentrated on presenting only the disadvantages of having the internet, like the social aspect, the moral aspect, and the personal aspect. To summarize to you our presentation earlier, let me enumerate to you again the following. Easy and cheap communication. Communication with your friends and loved ones across the globe is easier. You don't even have to spend a cent. It is free of charge. You can send email, small or big, easily. If you have to send a video file, you don't anymore have to send a package with a video CD in it. Instead, you can send it via email or upload it on YouTube. Loads of information. Students don't have to buy books. They can download e-books on the internet. Google and Yahoo are always available. Information on almost all subjects imaginable at various levels of study can be found. 4. Entertainment. If you don't have TV, all you need is the internet. You can play games, watch videos. Services. You now have online banking, online booking, hotel reservations, online shopping, and many more. You can earn money on the internet too. You can blog, you can sell stuff online, or you can be a freelance writer. You can promote your products. Starting from roughly 500 pesos, you can already have your own website and start reaching your potential customers. Free language or freedom of expression. Free language or freedom of expression can foster critical thinking. With free language, we can openly and freely give constructive criticisms to public figures which can and will eventually help and lead to a better nation building. And then, educational videos and materials. Yes, pornography is everywhere on the internet, but mind you, as the opposition's wings stated earlier, educational videos and materials are everywhere on the internet too. You can find Dora, Barney, ABCD, and Carta Kids. Don't you deny these. We are not browsing the internet only for pornographic sites or materials. Good morning once again. Why should everyone in this house believe that we, the government side, were able to convince you that the internet has indeed done more harm than good to the society? Why? Simply because we were able to clearly present to you, ladies and gentlemen, our points and established well our claims by categorizing them neatly into 3 categories, which are social, personal, and moral, that showed harms done by the internet indeed with more than the good. And another point, the opposition has failed to inform and convince us well. However, I believe they said that first, we are in the computer age. Second, things about low expenses. And third, that there is ease of life because of internet. We won't disagree to that. But to prove them wrong, ladies and gentlemen, computer age, yes. However, along with computer age comes cyber crimes, which are very rampant nowadays. Secondly, low expenses are lessened. However, because of the use of internet, electrical bills to be able to use these gadgets will go high, and thus, still economically speaking, there's no significant change in terms of financial. And third, ease of life. Yes, there is ease of life because of internet. However, we are becoming lazy, and that point, ladies and gentlemen, firmly supports the my opinion, my claim that because of internet, we are becoming lazy, and therefore, which in effect, we are becoming lazy. And therefore, we believe that the internet has indeed done more harm than good. Thank you.